What's up everyone, I am Abdul Bashar and welcome to the Aspiring African. In this episode I'm going to be counting down the top 10 richest Africans for those of you who are curious to know. Today, there are between 21 to 24 African billionaires depending on which source you look at. This number is down from the 30 back in 2015 as a result of the plunge in oil prices and commodities. Though their fortunes have dropped, some of the richest men and women in Africa are still one of the prides of the continent. Here is their net worth as published by Forbes. Starting us off at number 10 is Mohamed Mansour. Mohamed Mansour oversees the conglomerate Mansour Group, which has the sole distribution rights in Egypt for GM vehicles and Caterpillar equipment. It also owns the McDonald's franchise. However, the group generates the bulk of its revenues from outside the country. Mansour and his brother Yassin and Yusuf, all billionaires, have the exclusive rights to Caterpillar sales in Russia and 6 African countries. Through its private equity arm, it also has more than $500 million in investments in such places as Dubai, Africa, and the US, where they own a logistics company in California. Mohamed has a lot of real estate in Missouri as well, and his son Luffy oversees the family's private equity investments. At number 9, we have Issa Rebrab. Issa Rebrab founded Algeria's biggest privately held conglomerate, Cevital. It owns one of the largest sugar refineries in the world with an annual output of 1.6 million tons. It also produces vegetable oils and margarine. Rebrab has been diversifying by buying European companies in distress. In 2014, he acquired Groupe Brandt, a large French-based maker of appliances that had filed for bankruptcy protection. Cevital has invested more than $200 million to build a brand plant in Algeria. Rebrab was reportedly a customer of Panamerican law firm Mossack Fonseca, which helped him set up offshore firms to register a Swiss bank account in defiance of Algerian laws. Rebrab, whose 5 children now work at the company, is himself the son of militants who fought for Algeria's independence from France. At number 8, we have Isabel dos Santos. Africa's richest woman, Isabel dos Santos, is the oldest daughter of Angola's former longtime president, José Eduardo dos Santos. Though her representatives deny that her holdings have any connection to her father, Forbes research found that he transferred stakes in several state-owned Angolan companies to her. In June 2016, he appointed her the head of Sonangol, Angola's state oil firm. In February 2017, he announced he will not seek re-election. The new president, João Lourenço, recently fired Isabel as the head of Sonangol in an attempt to try and tackle corruption, and some say to weaken the influence of the Dos Santos family in Angola.
You're fired.
Dos Santos' assets in Angola include 25% of Unitel, the country's largest mobile phone network, and 42% of a bank, Banco BIC. In Portugal, she owns nearly 6% of oil and gas firm Galp Energia and nearly 19% of Banco BPI, the country's 4th largest bank. She is also controlling shareholder of Portuguese cable TV and telecom firm Nós SGPS. In October 2015, 4 members of the European Parliament called for investigations into her investments in Portugal, questioning their legality. A spokesperson for Dos Santos told Forbes that Isabel dos Santos is an independent businesswoman and a private investor representing solely her own interests. Her investments in Angolan and or in Portuguese companies are transparent and have been conducted through arm's.
Boring!
At number 7 is Naguib Sawiris. Naguib Sawiris captured world headlines in 2015 when he offered to buy an island from Greece or Italy to settle refugees fleeing from the war in Syria. "I am serious with my intentions," he told Forbes, though neither country took up his offer.
You know, some people would say to you, look, we know your heart is in the right place, but this is a ridiculous idea. It will never work.
It's not a ridiculous idea, and I'm not known to adapt ridiculous ideas. It's a very simple idea. Greece is suffering from a lot of financial problems. They have dozens of deserted islands. Italy has the problem too. I mean, they have islands that are not inhabited, and already the Syrian refugees are in Greece and are in Italy, you know. So it's a very simple solution. They sell the island to me. I'll make a temporary shelter for these people. I'll make a small port and a marina for the boats to land there. I'll employ the people to build their own places, their own houses. I'll do school, a hospital, a university. I'll build a hotel for them to get. I'll give them jobs and shelter until their countries come back to region. Then once this is done, they can have the choice whether either to go back to their country or to stay on this island.
Sawiris, who built his fortune in telecom, announced in December 2016 that he was stepping down as CEO of Cairo-based Orascom Telecom Media and Technology. The company's efforts to acquire an investment bank in March 2016 were stifled by Egypt's financial regulators, who accused OTMT of breaches pertaining to a 5-year-old demerger of telecom assets. The OTMT claims that the government has, as a result, hampered its ability to grow. In 2015, it exited the cell phone business in Egypt when it sold its stake in Mobilil to France's Orange. In North Korea, OTMT operates Korealink, the country's only 3G mobile telecom firm, but lost financial control over the operator due to the government's maneuvers. Since 2013, Sawiris has built major stakes in gold mining companies that operate in Canada, Australia, and Africa. At number 6, we have Christoffel Weiss. Bargain shopping African retail tycoon made an end run on big urban market competitors by targeting rural and low-income areas with rock-bottom prices and everyday items. His central distribution system also made more efficient work of stocking shelves. Weiss today presides over 11,000 stores across 30 countries. At number 5, we have Nassef Sawiris. Egypt's richest businessman, Nassef Sawiris, runs OCI, one of the largest fertilizer producers in the world. It has plants in Texas and is building facilities in Iowa. Originally Orascom Construction Industries, Sawiris split the company into 2 entities. Orascom Construction now trades on Egypt's exchange rate and Nasdaq Dubai, while OCI, the chemical and fertilizer business, trades on the Euronext Amsterdam exchange. Sawiris also owns nearly 5% of cement giant Lafarge Holcim and 7% of Adidas. A University of Chicago graduate, he donated $20 million to the school in 2015 to establish a scholarship named after his father, Onsi. The funds benefit Egyptian students. At number 4, we have Johann Rupert. Johann Rupert is the chairman of Swiss luxury goods firm Compagnie Financière Richemont, best known for the brands Cartier and Montblanc. The company was formed in 1998 by spinning off international assets owned by Rembrandt Group Limited, a South African company his father Anton founded in the 1940s as a tobacco manufacturer. Rupert owns a 7% stake in diversified investment firm Remgro, which he chairs, as well as 25% of Renet, an investment holding company based in Luxembourg that has a stake in British American Tobacco. He also owns part of the Saracens English rugby team and Antonage Rupert Wines, named after his deceased brother. In recent years, Rupert has been a vocal opponent of plans to allow fracking in the Karoo, a region in South Africa where he owns a significant amount of land. Rupert says that his biggest regret was not buying half of Gucci when he had the opportunity to do so for $175 million, adding that his advice to entrepreneurs is sometimes you just have to follow your gut. At number 3, we have Mike Adenuga. Mike Adenuga, Nigeria's second richest man, built his fortune in telecom and oil production. His mobile phone network, Globacom, is the second largest operator in Nigeria with 36 million subscribers. It also has operations in Ghana and the Republic of Benin. His exploration outfit, Con Oil Producing, operates 6 oil blocks in the Niger Delta. He also owns real estate firm Prolin Investments, which has hundreds of properties throughout Nigeria. Adenuga studied in the United States, getting an MBA at Pace University, where he worked as a taxi driver to support himself. He returned to Nigeria and made his fortune trading lace and Coca-Cola. Along the way, he made friends with Nigerian military bigwigs who awarded him lucrative state contracts. Those formed the foundations of his fortune. His estimated net worth is lower this year due to the drop in value of Nigeria's currency, challenges in the oil sector, and overall weakness in Nigeria's economy. At number 2, we have Nicky Oppenheimer. The De Beers Diamond heir sold his 40% stake in De Beers to Anglo American for $5.1 billion in cash in 2012. Anglo American, which Nicky's grandfather founded, controls 85% of De Beers. He served on Anglo American's board for 37 years until 2012 and retains an estimated 1% stake in the company.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
As an honorable mention, I had to bring up one of my favorite all-time entrepreneurs, Mohamed Dewji, a Tanzanian who is Africa's youngest billionaire. Mohamed Dewji is the CEO of Metal Group, a Tanzanian conglomerate founded by his father in the 1970s. It is active in textile manufacturing, flour milling, beverages and edible oils in Eastern, Southern and Central Africa. Tanzania's only billionaire, Dewji operates in at least 6 African countries and has ambitions to expand to several more. His net worth rose due to increase in sales in 2015. Mo retired from Tanzania's parliament in early 2015 after completing his 2 terms as a member of parliament. His Mo Dewji Foundation provides scholarships for poor Tanzanian children. He also signed the Giving Pledge in 2016, promising to donate at least half of his fortune to philanthropic causes. At number 1, we have Aliko Dangote. Dangote, Africa's richest man, founded and chairs Dangote Cement, the continent's largest cement producer. He owns about 90% of publicly traded Dangote Cement through a holding company. Dangote Cement produces a staggering 44 million metric tons annually and plans to increase its output by 33% by 2020. Dangote also owns stakes in publicly traded salt, sugar and flour manufacturing companies. He is notorious for his investment strategy of always putting his money in Africa and never taking it overseas.
Aliko Dangote says something which I want to finish on.
Very briefly.
Yes. If Aliko Dangote, okay, the richest black man in the world, is investing in Africa, his own continent, he has confidence in this continent. He knows that good times always comes and bad times come and good times come again. I think that's very important for all of you that are the Africa CEOs. We need to do what Aliko and others are doing, increase the investment that we make in Africa instead of outside of Africa. Let's have confidence in our continent, because if we don't, others won't have confidence in this country.
Well, those are the top 10 richest people in Africa. I'd love to know you guys' thoughts, so comment or like or subscribe to let me know whether you like this kind of content or you'd want me to do something different. Thanks for watching and please subscribe.